are continuing in next video, that is 2016, with the 9.6 million tons of crude steel production, and we made 95.6 million ton of crude steel we produced here in India, and India ranked third among the world crude steel producers. And then your task is, who is the first and second steel producers that you want to find out. Already in the mineral chapter we learned something, so you can find out with the help of that chapter. Then 2016 per capita consumption of steel in the country was only around 63 kg per annum. Against the world average, it is 208 kg. Means in the world we are using 208 kg per year, not per, our lifetime. It is according to per annum, that is 63 kg for each and every person. Means we are making the vehicles or schools, or means all the things what we are making, we need iron and steel. So that consumption, it is when we are comparing with a world average, that is 208, but Indian average it is 63 kg. Then we can see the per capita production of iron and steel according to different years. 2010 and 11 it is 68.62. Then 2001 1 to 2, that is 75.70. Then when it is reaching to 16 to 17, that is 101.3, that much ton metric ton iron and steel we produce, crude steel we produce, sorry, finished steel we produced here in India. Then why is the per capita consumption of steel so low in India? Why it is that you want to find out? That is your activity. You can think that one, because we are not using like that heavy vehicles and other things, and the road construction, that things are very poor here in India. Like the different things you can think and you can find out. Then collect information about the production of steel plants in India. Many steel plants are smaller and have electric furnaces and use steel scrap and sponge iron. Then they have a re-roller about use iron ingot as well. They produce mild and alloy steel of the given specification. We can different types of, we already said like the different types of plants are there, and we studied about the major ones. We have seen that one in the map, and here saying that mini steel plants, what they are doing, that is given in the as a extra information in the textbook. And we are moving to one small chart, it is given in the textbook. Process of the manufacture of steel. We can see the different process are there. If you are making cooking at home, in that also we can see different process. If you want to make chapati, first you want to take wheat powder or atta, then we want to douse it with water as well as salt. You can add, like the different process are there. So same way in mineral and steel industry also, sorry, iron and steel industry also, we can see different process. First one is transportation of raw material to the plant. From the mine we want to transport raw material to the plant. Then second one, blast furnace. In that iron ore is melted, and then limestone is fluxing material which is added. Slag is removed and coke is burned to the heat the iron ore. With the help of coke, means coal, we are heating the iron ore, and that means it is melting that iron ore, and this we are taking the good part, and the next part we are removing. Then pig iron we are making. Next step, it is pig iron. Molten material poured into the molds called pig. We are making, if the mold in the form of a big pillar, like the different molds they are using, and that iron is known as the iron is known as the pig iron. Next step, it is steel making. From the molten this sorry pig iron, we want to make steel. For that, pig iron is further purified by the melting and oxidizing impurities, and for that purpose we are using manganese and chromium, manganese, nickel and chromium we are adding for the purification of the steel. And how much we are purifying, according to that the finished product we will get it. Then next one, it is shaping the metal, rolling, pressing, casting and forging, like the different steps means for shaping purpose we are using the different activities. So these are all about the iron and mineral iron and steel industry. And we have seen already this map. We are moving to next page. Most of the public sector undertaking the market their steel through Steel Authority of India. What is SAIL? SAIL, 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 that is the Steel Authority of India. And who is taking under care of the marketing of the steel? That is SAIL. And in 1950s, China and India produced almost the same quantity of steel, and today China is the largest producer of steel, and China also is also the largest consumer of steel, because they are having many machineries. We don't have that much machineries here in India. So they are the in production as well as in consumption, China is the number one. Then we are coming back to India. Chotanagpur Plateau region has the maximum concentration of iron and steel industries. And where it is, Chotanagpur Plateau region, that we have seen already here. This is the Chotanagpur Plateau area. This part, it is known as the Chotanagpur Plateau area, in the where we can see the maximum iron and steel industries. And it is largely because of the relative advantage of this region for the development of the industry. First one, low cost iron, it is available. Then high grade raw materials is in the proximity, manganese, limestone, like that things also available. Then cheap labor from Bihar, Orissa, Jharkhand, like that states, cheap labor it is available. Then growth in potential in the home market means if we want to in the area, that area, not only iron and steel industry, different industries are there, mines are there. So the steel availability means steel they can sell it very fast. So they are thinking all this area as a ideal location for steel here in India. And though India is an important iron and steel producing country in the world, yet we are not able to perform in to our full potential, largely due to first one, high cost for different purpose and limited availability of the coking coal. Different types of coal we already learned in that. We want coking coal, very high quality coal we need to use for the melting of iron. So it is not available here that much in India. That's why the problem we are facing, that's why it is becoming very costly here in India. Second one, lower productivity of the labor. When we studied about the cotton and jute industry, that time also we have seen that one problem with the lower productivity of the labor or unskilled labor. Then irregular supply of energy, that we know what is the condition here in Cairo with this much of industries. Then also factories we are not getting. Then poor infrastructure in that road things are there, then banking are there, then communication problems are there, like the different things we want to think. Then next one, we also import good quality of steel from other countries. However, the all over production of steel insufficient to meet our domestic demand. How much we are purifying here in India, and how much we are purifying and making the different items, that is not sufficient for our own consumption. That's why we are importing things from outside. We are exporting our raw material because we don't have that much good quality purification factories here in India. That's why we are sending outside that one, and we are purchasing the quality steel after making the goods. Liberalization and foreign direct investment has been given a boost to the industry with the effort of private and entrepreneurs. We know private people means American companies, German companies, they started to invest money here in Indian companies. That's why we are getting some boost after 1990s. What is the specialty of 1990s? We already learned that is because of globalization. Same thing only said like that, liberalization and foreign direct investment. And there is a need to allocate resources for a research and development to produce more steel, more competitively. If we want to make more, means not only steel, anything, if it is cotton, jute, or even education, we want to do maximum research, as well as we want to government want to make the policies related to the development of that one. Then only we will get it, we can compete with the international market. And here it is given the crude steel production in India and China. What is the difference? How much we are making? And here in India, 2012, it was only 77.3, but China is producing 731 percentage, and means that like in quintal we can say like that. Then our million ton, and in 2016 India is producing 19.6, but that it is growing near about 100 difference it is coming near about 100. Here it is coming less than 20 percentage. And we learned about the iron and steel industry. In that we said about the authority who is taking care about the marketing, then what are the problems we are facing, and where is the locations of iron and steel industry. And we have seen the next one, we have seen the different process of iron and steel industry. And we studied about it is heavy industry, why it is calling heavy industry, and what all why it is why iron and steel industry is known as the basic industry. All these questions may ask us a 3-mark question, very important part. So we will continue in next video.